Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech. So, I spent some time looking at the star map and I figured a couple of things out. Number one, this is Magistracy Space, all the way over here, pretty far away from us. Number two, we are not allowed to enter Magistracy Space. That might be because we haven't had whatever plot events would allow us in. It might be because they don't like us enough. So, we can work on that second one. We can find out. So these border areas, these border worlds, the magistracy, the Canopians, how about, are active on some of them. You can see here they're active, different active factions on each world. And what I figured out is that Hero Titus, our old stomping grounds, with the black market and the medium gravity, you remember the one. So it turns out to have Canopians active on it, so I think we should bounce back to here. The difficulty of this world's a little lower than our current one, and maybe that's just fine for now. And maybe we can actually make some friends out here. So, that's the plan. We're going to Hero Titus. Before we leave this world, we should check the store. And then we should try to queue up some stuff. We may need to make some changes to some mechs or something. I know I want to at least consider redesigning the Awesome, because I don't think its weapons are totally awesome. So what do we have in the store? Anything super special? That AC-10 is kind of not... I mean, yeah, I don't want to spend money on this. Plus 10 stability damage is fine, but honestly, I think it would be very difficult for you to get me to spend money on an AC-2 at this point in the game. What else do we have? Pluses on... I do like missile pods with plus stability damage a lot, but LRM-10s are kind of bad. Again, this is just kind of like low-tier weaponry for the place we're at right now. I don't think that 25% crit is nearly as valuable as, like, plus stability. So probably these aren't worth buying. But I think it was the case that we needed an LRM-20 to replace something, and we didn't even have one, right? So we should probably just buy an LRM-20.
New weapon systems available.
Okay, what else do we have going on here? Anything else cool? We have this cockpit mod, +1 injury resist. 0 tonnage, 1 slot, and it gives a benefit. We should probably be installing cockpit mods absolutely everywhere we can. There's like no downside at all. And the cost of this thing is completely negligible. Go ahead and buy that.
New equipment available.
Scrolled me back to the top of the menu for some reason. What is this? All mechs come equipped with a stock targeting and tracking system, or TTS, which can be upgraded for improved performance. Upgrades increase accuracy when attacking with ballistic, energy, or missile weaponry depending on the type. That's actually really cool. So yeah, we have a couple of mechs. Like, obviously this would be fine on the Awesome, which is all particle cannons, but we also have a lot of mechs that just have like 6 lasers on them. We should definitely buy this. It's a little bit more expensive.
New equipment available.
We're certainly not as rich as we once were, but I think we should be rich enough to get us out to Hero Titus, especially since I believe we'll reach Hero Titus before our next financial report is due, right? So we'll have time to do 1 mission. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. We'll do that. So let's hit the mech bay. Do we have any changes that we want to make while we're in the air? We're about to have some downtime. Let's take advantage. First of all, let's have a look at the Awesome. Now, I believe I had a look at this thing and decided not to refit it, but don't we have some special particle cannons? I guess I just have the one. I thought I had more than one good particle cannon. I think I put it on another mech, but I think we're gonna undo that. So, what? It would have been maybe the Vindicator? This thing has... Nope. The Trebuchet... Okay, it was the Trebuchet. Well, I think we're going to pull this off. I'm pretty sure I just spent a bunch of money putting this on, but I think we're going to pull this off. And we'll replace it with just a normal PPC. But, like, I know for a fact I'm going to bring the Awesome on missions all the time. I don't know for sure when the next time we're going to use this is. So, yeah, we can do that. I don't think we have another special particle cannon anywhere. I think I had pulled the particle cannons out of most of our things. Did you have one? No. Okay. So yeah, at the very least, if we're going to keep this thing basically the same, we should at least swap out these PPCs for better ones. I guess we should maybe not put both of the special PPCs on the same side, though. Just make it harder to kill both of them with a single shot, right? So plus damage for the one that has extra accuracy by default by being on an arm, and plus accuracy for the one that is less likely to hit in the first place. Pretty cheap, pretty fast.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Alright, let's talk about the Highlander. So, the Highlander is a really, really powerful thing, but it's not really very fast. And I think we're going to reliably have difficulty getting into medium laser range. Also, let's see. We have a couple of cockpit mods. We have this comm system. We have this gyro. We have this TTS. We actually should probably install this on the... I totally spaced on it. But we should totally install that on the Awesome. So let's cancel the Awesome's work order. And we can just drop a heatsink or something for it. It's pretty light. Okay, so it looks like he pulled the old components out immediately. Alright, it's just 1 ton, right? So yeah, we'll pull a heatsink somewhere. I don't guess it, like, matters tremendously where. The legs have a lot of armor. Okay, nice high accuracy with energy weapons. Do I want to try to jam a cockpit mod in here too? We can move that small laser. Actually, the only thing we can do with that small laser is remove it. The support weapon slot is in the head. Maybe I'm fine with that? It's going to be hard for the Awesome to get close enough to punch anything or use the small laser anyway. That said, this thing is also incredibly heavy and kind of unlikely to get... the pilot in it injured too much, so we probably... Yeah, maybe I don't need to do this. Maybe this isn't the mech to take the improved cockpit. Comm system improves our morale gain. I'm not sure that I actually think this is very good. But it has 0 tonnage. So yeah, let's go ahead and just like center torso that thing. Oh no, that's a cockpit only thing, it looks like. That might be worth pulling the laser for. Yeah, alright, let's do that. There's basically no chance this thing is going to get damaged in the Awesome, because it's going to spend a lot of time pretty far away from combat. So now we're a half-ton light. So we could use this to just shore up some armor. We do actually have a laser weapon slot available. I don't think we want to put in any of these mods. We can put the heatsink back in and just take off half a ton of armor. That's honestly, that's probably fine. Go down to only 145 armor, 85 structure on each of the legs. I think we can live with that. There you go. That's only slightly more complicated. All right, now back to this Highlander. So I think I want to pull the medium lasers maybe and put something else in. I don't have any more missile slots. My natural inclination would be to pull the medium lasers and put in LRMs. You know, we do have this SRM pod, so like I'm kind of trying to get this thing in close range any way to use that. If we're going to pull the medium lasers, we also have to pull the SRMs. And then we could replace those with... We could replace the SRMs with an additional LRM pod. Maybe these aren't changes that I want to make. The thing is pretty powerful as it is. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to leave it alone. Those are some really nice SRMs. Okay, what other changes do I want to make? Can we fiddle with this dragon at all? I'm wondering if that AC-5 is really the right tool for the job. And what can we replace it with? Okay, well, as it stands, the only hardpoint we have is an autocannon hardpoint. And the difference in tonnage between a 5 and a 10 means that we really can't... I don't even have a 10 on me. But I think a 10 is like 3 tons heavier or something. So it's not really going to be easy to get a 10 in there. We could pull the autocannon all together and just armor up a little bit, but maybe we're fine here. Oh, you know what? This is definitely a mech. This should have an improved cockpit. And what I'm thinking there is that if this thing's going to be in melee range, it's most likely to suffer knockdowns and counter punches. And maybe, I guess, SRM hits to the head. That's a possibility. Let's go ahead and install that. And then I'm going to put the other cockpit mod in the Thunderbolt.
I'll let you know when that's done.
Because that thing is going to tend to be up close on people as well. I need to keep my eye out for some better SRM4s. I wonder, would it be possible for us to trade out the 4 for a 6? What's the tonnage difference there? Because this is awesome. So the 6 is 3 tons, and the 4 is, I'm assuming, 2? We could maybe make that work. I probably don't want to strip any armor. So what, we could cut... We can cut both of the small lasers. The fact is, the range you have to be in for the small lasers to work is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, what if I did that? And I think the net damage gain is probably pretty positive on this. We're not throwing a lot of Thunderbolt punches in the first place. Yeah, I actually really like that. That's another 3-day job, so all of this stuff is going to get done within the travel time.
I'll get it in the schedule.
Yeah, 14 days. And I don't think there are any other super pressing changes that I want to make. I still don't really know what my plan is with the Wolverine here. You know, it's really fast. Maybe we could make this into more of a close-range fighting mech. It does have a pair of SRM-6s attached already. But it's at 760 armor. Like, the Dragon's actually just a much better fighter, right? It's slower, but... Yeah, I guess there's something to be said for the fact that the Wolverine has a base 3 initiative. Alright, let's have a look at it. Let's see if we can figure this out. It only has 1 support weapon slot, it looks like. In the head. Can I get an AC-20 on this thing, maybe? Probably not. 55 tons. It's probably just too light for the job. No, you know what? The modifications we have queued up are fine. Let's get going.
How can I be of service, Commander?
Oh, sorry. I didn't actually want to have a conversation. I wanted to issue orders. Gotta click on the correct button for that. So, back out to Hero Titus. Missions may be a little bit easier, and maybe that's fine. We want to make sure that this is stuff we can do, because we're trying to curry some favor here. Alright, travel cost is pretty negligible. I'm a little worried about the cost of Argo upgrades. We might have to hold off on the stuff we really want, because they're starting to get pretty expensive, and we don't really have the money to queue up something huge.
That work order is complete, boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
So, did we actually have any mechs that were kind of mothballed in storage and not running? Oh, you know what we did have is this Shadowhawk that I should have sold while we were on a really friendly planet. I forgot about that. Okay, but it looks like aside from our extra Shadowhawk, no, we do not have anything else that immediately needs to be put into a slot. So, ship upgrades. Let's find something good. Of course, we could improve our mech tech points. I don't think that's really a huge concern. Being able to move faster would be nice. Yeah, okay. Travel time down by 20%. Only 360k.
All right, I'll
That's-
get the team on it right away.
That's very reasonable. We can handle that.
We're nearly broke, Commander.
Yeah, no, I know. We're all right. We're all right. It looks like we're nearly broke, but you can't trust the math. It's not like the math is the unalienable language of truth or anything, Darius. Just trust in me when I say we're probably fine. Yeah, I think we're fine even if we don't make any money, and we're totally going to get to pull a job before the financial report, so we're double fine. We're twice as fine.
Job's done, Commander.
I think we can just let the mech tech crew sit. Feels bad to not have them working all the time, but I just don't think there are any changes worth making right now. I do really like these sort of quiet, contemplative space moments before all the exploding begins.
Hey, boss. We've just
We're almost completely out of cash.
We might have to hold off on this next upgrade. Let's see what's available. In order to do that again, we would need to cap out both our structural stuff and our power stuff. And those are both fairly expensive, right? Yeah, I don't want to... structural reinforcement's not too bad. It would still leave us capable of making payments, right? Yeah, just barely. Maybe we could make a smaller upgrade that would still be meaningful, just like a little extra morale or something. What do I want? A gymnasium, a hydroponic garden, a library. Library's not bad. An even more upgraded lounge. It's even loungier. Let's do this. Near the spine, the spin of the pods isn't sufficient to generate any real apparent gravity. This makes those areas bad for living in, but excellent for growing hydroponic crops. They freshen the air and add variety to mealtimes. Yeah, okay. I think we can do this. This is a little expensive. It is a little too expensive, isn't it? How far are we from our destination? Again, I don't like to have people sitting idle, but what if the mission doesn't work out, right? Let's go ahead and let Farah and her team sit for 2 days. I just want to make sure we're going to be okay at financial report time. Just in case we can't pull off the first job and we maybe need a little bit of recovery time.
arrived at our destination, Commander.
I suppose we should pop our head in the store, although I can't imagine we'll be spending. Improved LRM pods. I do like plus damage a lot on LRM pods. Okay, not so good in terms of buyables here. The Herotitus black market has not kept up with the times. But what about the job market? Can we get anything from the Canopians? We have some travel missions. Arano would really love us to come back. Or we could just come out here and do this. Pirate manufacturing facility on Herotitus is an illegal intrusion into our territory, and a cover for military personnel and units. Our efforts to resolve this through diplomatic channels have been rebuffed, so we are now turning to a military solution. The facility must be destroyed. We should expect heavy resistance, 3.5 skull difficulty. Man. Well, I guess they're just not ever going to be easy anymore, are they? Well, we got to take a job, so this is the one. We can probably go down to one piece of priority salvage, hit this, and then provided we get out of this, make it to the other side, we can start Farah up on improving the setting up that hydroponic garden. Actually, here's a question. Do I want to cut salvage entirely? Okay, no, we're not allowed to have reputation with the planetary government. Well, hopefully succeeding at this mission will cause the missions to cycle a little bit. Maybe we can get something Canopian. It did say they were active on the world, Alright, do we want to keep running the same team? This will help get Reckless and Bell some XP. Reaper probably still needs a little bit more time in the oven before he's ready to go. So I do like Decker in the Thunderbolt. Gives him a chance to get up on people. He has sensor lock, so in case he's not able to get up on people, he can still give us some nice early vision that we can use to figure out what's going on with the enemy. And do I want to move anybody else around? Bell with his evasive moves and ace pilot. I do like him in the mech that's supposed to be getting right up on top of people. Maybe, you know, so on top of them that you can just reach out and touch them. Bell's evasive movement is a little wasted here, but does that mean that I want to swap him and Reckless, I guess is the question. Probably not, right? Because Reckless has a little bit less gunnery than he does, and the Highlander has the weapons that we care most about hitting. Like, we want that Gauss cannon to hit. So yeah, I think we're probably fine the way we are. Let's go. 3.5 skulls. It's a tundra biome, which is nice. I will say that I'm a little bummed out that we don't have nearly the LRM support we used to. I'm thinking this is a destroy base mission, so there probably are going to be turrets, and we're not going to be able to just like sensor lock and stand back and bombard them from many meters away while standing behind a hill. We only have one LRM pod in the whole squad now. Although I guess the Gauss cannon probably outranges a lot of stuff, so hopefully we can still use sensor locks to set up shots with that don't suffer from any return fire. But maybe we need to make sure that we do have a long-range missile like siege-capable mech. We should expect heavy resistance. The planetary government isn't saying what's in that facility, but whatever it is, it has them riled up. Well, I wish he was a little bit more knowledgeable in the situation here. I wish he could tell me a little bit more than heavy resistance, because who knows what that means. Heavy relative to the stuff we've faced so far, heavy relative to our stuff. So those are two very different ideas. Alright, assault the base, destroy enough of it to force the pirates to abandon the location. Alright, let's try to be smart. For now, the dragon is filling the role that the Jenner traditionally has filled. Man, why did the Thunderbolt have to start all the way in the back? That's annoying.
I'm receiving you.
Let's move some other people forward first so that it has, the Thunderbolt has a little bit more of a direct line. So we would expect to see some kind of contact here. The rest of the base is up on this hill. That's a turret. Not actually picking up a lot of other turret locations. Maybe on top of this building, maybe. But it looks like probably what we're going to see here is mostly active defense. Mechs and vehicles and stuff. Alright. So, if I'm going to have Medusa, smart guy, out here flanking people, which direction does he want to go? The terrain, unfortunately, doesn't really lend itself to us being terribly sneaky. Alright, I guess I'll just go out this. We'll kind of fan out this way.
What's up, boss? On it.
Still no actual contacts.
Good to go. On my way.
See if he picks anything up. Yeah, we got something. We got a 20-ton mech. What is that, like a spider? And a 40-ton mech. Alright, well, Medusa can move forward enough to get us vision, but I think if he does that, we're going to go into rounds immediately. So why don't we have everybody else move forward first? And get as close as we can. And then we'll have him run up and get us actual vision.
Copy that.
It is a locust.
Let's hit him hard.
Weird. This is 3.5 difficulty, right? I was a little nervous about this. I'm assuming then that the danger must be that there's a lot of them? Or, I don't know. In any case, why don't you run up here and shoot that thing at point blank with an AC-20?
I copy.
It almost doesn't feel worth the round, right? Does it feel a little wasteful to shoot him with this? I guess he's in cover. In fact, he didn't fire, so he's more than in cover. He's guarded. And he has 3 evasion charges. We're not even that likely to hit him. But somebody's got to strip all those charges. Let's go ahead and go for it. I think I'm gonna turn off the AC-20, so as first of all, not to waste the round, and secondly, not to invoke the refire penalty on future rounds.
Target confirmed.
We'll do some damage here. We'll get one of his evasion charges off. We got a 55-ton mech moving on 3. Okay, that's a Shadowhawk. Pretty standard Shadowhawk armaments. Not too dangerous. I think that probably won't be a problem. That thing is a cicada. It moved close enough for the dragon to punch it. That feels like an error on its part.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're going to do, right? Can I do this in... Yeah, I want to do this in such a way that I am in cover. Actually, it looks like I'm in cover in all 3 of these positions. Whoa, that zoomed in a little further than I was expecting. Yeah, the dot's green in all 3. And from here, I'm definitely keeping front armor facing everything. Yeah, I think we just go in for the melee attack, right? Even if we don't get a serious hit here, and it's possible, actually, that we could kill him in a single hit. But even if we don't get a really serious damage here, we'll at the very least set him so that he can be knocked over easily.
Location confirmed.
Center torso. Oh. Or, it does only have a 95% chance to hit. I suppose that is a thing that can happen. The thing about 95 is that it's not 100. That's maybe I would consider to be the main thing about that number. If video games have taught me anything. Let's get a little bit of an elevated position here. So we have range on all weapons on these guys. Only the long range stuff on the cicada. I'm considering just giving... I'm gonna give him all the long range stuff. That PPC is something I just don't want to deal with. And then we can probably start in on you. You actually fired, so you're not guarded or anything. Yeah, and it's not a big deal if the medium lasers miss. We'll get an evasion charge off of him, and then we'll be able to put the particle cannons into him for real. If we want to. I'm not sure that that's what we'll do, even.
Engaging multiple targets.
It just knocked his right arm clean off. Almost destroyed the right torso as well. God, I love upgraded SRMs.
Yes, Commander.
They're beautiful weapons. Can I get... No, I cannot get cover anywhere.
Acknowledged.
So I might want to put one particle cannon the cicada's way just to try to knock it down. So that we can have some chance of the dragon going before it does. That's probably worth doing. I don't care about this thing, like, at all. So let's go 2 of them into that guy. Yeah, man. Weapon accuracy, -5 difficulty classes. So I guess we have confirmation here that when it says accuracy +4, it's talking about a +4 improvement in the difficulty class of your shot, not a 4% improvement in the percent chance to hit. Which makes this PPC really a phenomenal weapon.
Fire in.
Come on, hit. Alright, awesome. There's our knockdown. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's any way to, like, affect the order that mechs go in within a particular initiative pass. So it's possible, it's still possible the cicada goes before the dragon, but we can hope. We at least have a chance of being able to get a nice easy stomp on it. I don't think the 2 of them together are any match
Yes, Commander.
for that dragon. So I'm definitely going to disregard these guys. I think the Shadowhawk is clearly a greater threat. I would love it if I could get my front armor still facing these guys. And it looks like we're well within weapons range on the Shadowhawk. So we're not taking any fire from that turret. I guess we're actually pretty far out still. This is definitely when we turn the AC-20 back on. And yeah, I think we just let this guy have it full in the chest. We don't need to engage any trickery here. I suppose we could go for a precision strike. I don't think it's worth it. We're probably not going to get the kill in any case. And I don't want to leave everybody else without the inspiration buff. Is he also after the dragon? No, okay.
I'm gonna need a medic.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Reporting
Oh no,
minimal damage.
no, it's not. The cockpit ate the damage.
Receiving you.
Okay, we do in fact get the hit. I mean, I do this, right? We just go for the attack. I'm a little worried because this time, like, I could stomp on his leg or something and not really do anything meaningful. There's a chance that our lasers take out his right torso even if we don't hit the right torso with the stomp. I'm wondering if I'm better off just point blanking him, but no, probably not, right? Because the AC-5 will have a sub 50% hit chance at this range. So no, we should just melee him. We should just step on him.
Targeting for a physical attack.
There we go, didn't miss that time. And just like I said, left leg. Really, really not where we wanted to hit there. Unfortunately, you can't aim your melee strikes even on a downed enemy. But that mech is in horrible shape now. Its PPC is damaged, but I don't think destroyed. No. So I don't really know what that means for a weapon to be crit once and then have its name be orange on the menu. It doesn't seem to have any effect on it at all. And I don't think it's ever happened to one of my weapons. Let's see, we can almost certainly score a knockdown on that guy with the awesome. Let's start with that.
Affirmative.
I do have to be a little bit cautious about my heat at this point. So it's probably only going to take one hit from the awesome to put this guy on his back. But maybe we only attack you. I do get to fire all three weapons, actually. Hold on. That's interesting. So a center hit wouldn't be lethal, but we could probably do some damage to your pilot. Yeah, maybe we go 2 and 1. Keep the high accuracy one aimed at the other guy.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Alright, enough stability damage. I mean, the fact that it does stability damage is a big, big difference between the PPC and a laser. Okay, pilot incapacitated. Problem solved. And then Bell could, in theory, multi-target. But I think we probably just shoot this guy so that we can take advantage of the free called shot. Just put everything into the center torso.
All weapons committed.
Also, like, the degree to which I don't care about that other mech. Alright. Done with you. Boy, we really blew up that guy's entire body. They've got to have some reinforcements come in at some or something, or maybe like that turret is truly terrifying. I'm not really sure how this mission is a 3.5 skull difficulty at this point. Okay, you could maybe speed up your walk animation a little bit. Well, obviously I'm going to punch him. Decker's not going to be able to get a shot on that guy, I think. Oh, no, he can.
Moving.
I wonder if I'll be close enough to be able to sensor lock the turret. Probably not. Still pretty far out. I'm just gonna sensor lock him, I guess. Let's pull off a couple of those evasive charges.
Got a lock.
I definitely don't want to fire my weapons at that,
Ready for orders.
at those chances. So let's try to head you off a little bit. Alright, punch the entire left side of his torso off. That'll do the job. Unfortunately, the thing is so agile that that hit didn't even take it to unsteady. A little bit of a bummer. I'm gonna not fire everything at it, I think. I guess basically the real question is, do I want to fire the SRMs or not? Do I think they're necessary? Because we don't actually have that many shots with the SRM. We don't have a ton of ammo. I think the answer is no. There's no sense turning off any of the rest of this stuff. We definitely have enough long-range missiles and Gauss cannon shots
Engaging target.
to get through whatever else is coming up on this mission. Oh wow, he took the head out. That was a heck of a shot.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Especially on a mech with a head that small.
Ready for orders.
So again, we want to leave with Decker as much as possible.
New bogey. Let's turn him into salvage.
ASLT turret. I don't think that that is a... that combination of letters is meaningless to me. Alright, the Dragon has reasonable jump jets. We can just probably get up the side of this hill that way. Oh, we are reading another turret, actually.
Enemy reinforcements detected.
Okay, I assumed so. Like, yeah, some other stuff has to come in.
Standing by.
ASLT turret. Well, we can get close enough to shoot at it. I suppose we ought to. Here, I get 3 evasive charges
Location
going this way.
confirmed.
Let's see what we got here. There's that strong opposition, Commander. Watch your position and don't get flanked. Are we getting actual reads on anything? Okay, they're probably coming from that way. A standard shredder turret. Alright, I do not like these things, but fortunately we really have the drop on it. I think I'm definitely going to just give it everything.
Copy that.
Okay, excellent.
That turret is
The-
gone.
The Thunderbolt is a force of nature. So we don't necessarily have to engage with these reinforcements. And maybe we don't? Okay, we have no idea
Orders.
what's up with that thing. I'm just gonna get in. And I can jump up into cover.
Confirmed.
Provide a little bit of line of sight for our good long-range mechs. Is this a similar turret? Nope, light standard. Not even, I would go so far as to say, not even a good turret. Well, go ahead and give it a little bit of a push. So yeah, I say we get up the hill, let's get the job done, and then we'll decide from there whether we want to actually engage the reinforcements. My guess is no, right? All the difficulty that's supposed to be on this mission is coming from somewhere, and I assume it's coming from those reinforcements. Let's see, I do have direct line of sight on this building. We should probably go multi-target here and here. Start taking the buildings apart.
Enemy structure damage, Commander.
I left them both on A. Well, oops.
Target building destroyed.
Good shot, Commander. Enemy structure down.
I mean, that's not a big problem. They've got something moving in on 1. Oh no, it's just right. It's the turret that I know about.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, so she can get line of sight if I don't move too far up the hill. I don't really love that because we know that there's stuff coming from this direction. Let's try to turn so that I have a firing angle on the turret, but that I'm not presenting side armor to this stuff if I don't have to. Alright, because if she can take out the turret, we can do a lot of damage to those buildings in very short order. It is going to take all 3 of her weapons to actually destroy it, which is kind of annoying, but this will probably work.
All right. Target destroyed.
Had just a little tiny bit too much health to go down in 2 hits. So we have something. We have some kind of reading over here. Whatever it is, it's close enough for us to start getting sensor reads on it, I think. Actually, I can't quite get within sensor range. Well, we can definitely just go further up the hill and destroy some more buildings, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Again, let's try to take care to present front armor to the direction of the enemy as much as we can. And we'll just shoot at one of these things. Is there one that he can actually destroy? Do they all have 150? They do all have 150. So, we can't get a kill without spending AC-20 ammo, basically. Alright, let's do this. Let's generate as little heat as possible. This will probably be a kill.
Locked on. One
Wait,
less structure.
Okay, no, it is dead. It's the health bar was still showing. For a second there, I thought I had miscalculated. Alright, we got something relatively fast. A lot of 3s, actually. Well, I appreciate that they're moving in on me. He does not have sensor lock, but he can actually just get vision. Oh, this is a geothermal, though. It would be really cool. Okay, I can get vision on this thing without stepping in the geothermal. That would be great. What if I jumped? Could I jump down into actual cover? No, I can jump down into 4 evasion charges and actually closer to it, though. I'm going to jump. And then I think I'm going to hit vigilance on him because we are presenting him full face to the enemies here. Okay, that's not so scary. Let's definitely turn on vigilance. Okay, apparently I needed to get a little dramatic zoom in effect for that. And then, yeah, I think we just shoot this thing.
Firing on target.
I know we're hitting into the guarded state, but still, it's damage.
Standing by.
Yeah, and I think we need to get aggressive on him. I really wish we had more breaching shot. If they're moving on 3, like I don't want to generalize too much and potentially get myself into trouble, but if they're moving on 3, they're probably lighter than we are. So just closing distance as quickly as possible, I think feels like the right play. I don't know if I'll actually shoot here, given that we're going to do half damage with all the hits. Although he's in guarded state, but he's not actually entrenched or anything. We might be able to score a knockdown on this guy, right? Never mind, he's totally entrenched. Maybe I just want to brace. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to brace. I don't think that this is a good use of our heat. Bell can fire with the Highlander, because of course the Highlander is always great at killing everything. And again, we probably want to try to close. The SRM pods on this thing are pretty serious. Destroying reinforcements will get us a pay bonus, I'm sure. Yeah, let's just go ahead and let him have it. I'll accept half damage from these weapons. That's totally fine.
Engaging target.
Alright, that's a blackjack. Medium lasers and AC2s, not a big deal.
I'm gonna need a medic.
I mean, those improved cockpits are putting in an impressive amount of work already, actually. So, I don't know that I want to move just yet. I think I want to hold on to his very protected state for the moment. This thing is so out of the battle that I don't know that we'll be able to get it back in. I guess I could sprint for it. It's probably for the best that we try. I was considering just having him finish the base off so we could run if it turned out not to be feasible to kill everything. But you know what? I think
Full speed.
I gotta trust.
No target.
And if things get difficult, I'll be glad I turned him around.
Barely hit, Commander.
Yeah, that vigilant state is pretty good.
Affirmative.
Just have him reserve. I want all these enemies to come in as much as possible. Managed to miss with the particle cannon at that range. That's embarrassing. He might have run close enough for me to punch him.
Aye, aye.
Oh, he didn't. Just barely didn't. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
So what do I want to do then with this turn? We can get close enough to just throw the small lasers. It's nice to be able to actually fire all of the weapons. The AC-5 is basically non-functional at that range, though. If I fired from right here... what do I want to do with you? And I just barely don't have DFA. Okay, well... I can't believe I can get this close and just barely can't punch him. Alright, we can move up into this cover position and unload on this guy from close range, take away his only evasive charge, and then really just hammer him with the real heavies. I'll go ahead and fire the AC-5. Right, I think I don't care about you that much. Yeah, I'd rather take down the guy with the PPC. Which side of the mech's on the... Okay, we're firing on the right side, too.
Giving him everything I've got.
Alright, that missed to be expected. Okay, some decent side damage. Didn't hit the arm at all, but we did hit the torso. The part of the torso that the arm is connected to. Yeah, Bell's going to be able to really put it to him. Turn these back on. And... oh, that guy's got an AC-10. Where's that at? It's on his right arm. AC-10s do 60 damage or something. Yeah, but we've already softened up this guy's armor a little bit. I think we should focus. We should actually take one guy down if we can. That Gauss cannon hit the head again. Oh my god, it was so close to lethal.
Waiting for orders.
Well, we can definitely score a knockdown on you.
Order acknowledged.
Kind of try to envelop them a little bit here. So I'm probably just going to give the Vindicator one shot. We're on the wrong side of this guy to clear his PPC. Or to clear his AC-10, rather. And actually, 2 PPC shots into this guy isn't really going to accomplish that much. What about you? Your armor's a little bit... it's not really that much lighter. I guess if I'm going to shoot at this guy, I should just really shoot at this guy. See if we can finish him. Well, finish him. Let's see if we can prepare him to maybe be finished at some point in the near future.
Roger that. Target's confirmed. Critical hit, Commander.
Man, you're really spreading that damage around, huh? Well, the good news is he's acting on 2 now, so there's a chance that Medusa will go before he does. That guy either vigilanced or has bulwark.
Receiving you.
Okay, we can actually get into firing range now.
Copy that.
You're about to get your turn. We might be able to prevent this guy from acting at all. A center torso shot with the AC-20 is lethal, so I think we should go for that. Okay, got it. Not really worried about salvage here. Oh, that's just a poor targeting decision. I had to say, this mission really wasn't that difficult.
Good to go.
I was expecting it to be a lot more, a lot scarier with this rating and everything. So let's see, the jump jet takes me to 4 evasive pips right here, or I can walk to this position. Well, I can walk to a pretty similar position and get 2 and not generate any extra heat. So then I can save up my heat to actually do some real damage. My left arm is damaged, so I probably want to be a little more careful. How do I want to do this? I guess they both acted, so you know what? He doesn't need to do anything yet. Let's reserve him. Let's have the other 2 mechs go first, I think. Blackjack's going to be a problem.
Commander?
Looks like I cannot move enough to get an evasive charge trudging through this forest. The awesome is a little on the slow side. This thing's still in absolute perfect health. I think I care about you more. The AC-10 does matter, I suppose. Yeah, alright, let's start in on this guy.
Copy that, Commander.
It's like no punch through it all, huh? Let's go ahead and put everything into B except for the weapons that are bad at this range. See if we can take the Centurion down. I really don't want to get hit by that AC-10 too many times.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, that's a good start. I don't think that arm actually had a weapon in it, but
Ready
still.
for orders.
Wearing him down. So, if I move the dragon up... If I move the dragon up and I hit Vigilance, I will be at 3 initiative as well. And there's a chance that I'll get to take my turn before the Blackjack goes. And if I get that chance, I think I might death from above him, honestly. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to do here. We're going to move up. We're gonna move up. We're gonna
Incoming
vigilance. It sucks that he's guarded. Do I maybe want to hit this guy instead, just so that I'll actually do full damage? Well, I do get my small lasers on this one, and you know the odds of the AC-5 hitting aren't that bad. It's not
Locking in. All
not super likely to happen, but it could happen. Okay, it missed. I was worried about the stability damage, or not worried, but mostly I was thinking about the stability damage. He DFA'd me. Did he miss? Wait a minute. Did he miss his... I think he did. I think he tried it and he just failed. Well, that's embarrassing for him. We're definitely punching him in the face now. I guess I need to think about you first, don't I?
Yes, Commander.
If we can prevent this guy from getting his turn, that's a thing worth doing. And actually, if we hit him with almost any of the SRMs, or if we hit him with the AC-20, he'll go down. So yeah, this is definitely what we should
Roger
do.
that.
Alright, 2 damage to the pilot, and that will prevent him from immediately counterattacking. Although I guess both of our other pilots move on 1, so he still gets to do his thing before we get to do ours. Alright, well, let's throw a punch. Because it's fun. It's fun to throw punches. Knocked his arm clean off. That should put him on his back as well. We're We're getting to punch a lot this mission, which I like a great deal. Now my weak arm is away from the Centurion, so hopefully the damage we take here will be relatively minor. Nope, he still managed to hit my left arm despite the fact that it was facing away from him. There were some good lasers in that arm. Right? Yeah, my left arm was totally on the other side of my body. We have seen this situation a number of times. I would not have been allowed to shoot at that. Okay, there we go. I can give him the LRMs at least.
Engaging multiple targets.
Aww. I do so hate it when the Gauss rifle misses.
I'm receiving you. Roger.
I'm going to keep hammering this thing while it's down. Hopefully we can prevent it from ever getting back up. So it has... Alright, if we hit it with 2 PPCs... Oh man, actually, I need to really take it easy here. We might be able to get a kill if they both hit the center torso. It's not super likely.
Acknowledged.
Oh no, he has cover, right.
Commander?
This is not ideal AC-20 range. What if I move to here? Okay, much better shot.
Coordinates received.
I can probably turn off some lasers. I definitely still want to give him the SRM and the AC-20, of course. And actually, do I want to precision strike him? Yeah, we're fairly likely to get this kill. Let's go ahead and try to line it up. There we go. That wasn't even really about getting to target his body so much as it was about improving the difficulty class of the shot so that the AC-20 was more likely to connect at all. Yeah, I'm super bummed that we lost some pretty good lasers there. That sucks. I guess you're not going to come out of these 3.5 skull missions without some kind of injury, though.
I'm here.
Well, I think it should be fairly obvious what you need to do. Punch this idiot in the back of his stupid head. Actually, if you want to punch him in the back of the center of his torso, that would be great. Alright, I'll take that. So that pilot's on 2 damage now? Oh, there's a turret over there. Do we...
Could've been worse.
I don't think we care about that, right? Like, we just move away from that. Not really part of the mission. That might be a that might be an enhanced payment type optional objective, though, right? I believe those are not always made super clear to you, so hold on. Can Reckless get vision on it? No, she cannot.
All right.
Can Reckless get a sensor lock? No, she cannot. Alright, well then she can shoot at this guy.
Confirmed.
Let's go.
Mech destroyed.
Finally. And you know what? I'm gonna send some of the squad over here, and we'll see if this actually is an optional objective, this other base over here. I'm gonna move Decker back up to this base to clear that out. Yeah, just brace.
Orders? Understood. Moving fast.
Pretty sure he doesn't, yeah. Range alone is gonna mean he doesn't have a shot this turn. But next turn we might be able to actually make something happen. You, unfortunately, can't really do anything. You don't even have sensor lock. We might want to have you also fall back. I don't want him fighting that turret.
All right. speed.
He's in a position where he could actually take some meaningful damage. Although, you know what? Honestly, he's taken almost no armor. Like, his other arm is pretty shredded, but he's taken almost no armor damage aside from the fact that one of his arms came clean
I'm
off.
here.
Alright, we'll have sensor lock range here. And then we'll just let this thing have it with Bell's weaponry.
I've got a sensor lock.
What manner of turret are you? Light standard, okay. So basically not a big deal.
Engaging target.
Just enough damage to leave it at 2 health.
Commander,
Get as close as possible. So we'll take this thing down to 1 remaining building, and then we'll hold up and let the other 2 bots do some destruction. Can I hit it with the medium lasers? Okay, what do I need? I need... I guess, actually, AC-20 plus SRM-6 does the job, probably.
firing. Target destroyed.
Because, right, it is a hostile base over there. It's shooting at us. So, presumably, it's owned by the same pirates.
Standing by.
Can't imagine why else there would be a base so close to here that is shooting at the things the pirates hate.
Up high.
Man, jump jets are super cool. Well, I'll tell you, I'm bummed out that we lost that
I'm
arm,
receiving you.
but I'm actually pretty okay with which arm it was. It sucks that we lost some cool lasers, but we didn't lose our fancy arm mod, and I'm down with that. Alright, I guess we just shoot. I mean, we may as well shoot 2 things at him. It doesn't even generate a meaningful amount of heat, and 90% is not 100%. We give ourselves a little backup in case we miss the first shot.
Turret destroyed, Commander.
What do you need? Roger.
We're just going to move up to point-blank range, give our heat some time to burn.
Move order received.
Let's see what we got over here in terms of... Oh, well, we have another turret.
Yes, Commander. Heading out.
So I don't know, maybe this is going to turn out not to be worth the time, but I think we should test it. This is the first time we've seen it. I've seen a thing that was like very obvious to me that it could be an optional
Locked on
objective.
target.
A hidden optional objective, that is. So we'll burn this down, we'll leave that building until our business is concluded over here.
Orders. Location confirmed.
And I'm sure as soon as we destroy this, it'll end the mission.
Standing by. 10-4.
That a turret generator? Nope, these are just buildings, which I will smash. We actually can't kill this thing even with full damage. Again, turrets are just a little bit too healthy for us. Let's give him this, which does slightly less damage. We don't really need to fire everything.
Engaging multiple targets.
But we will. Actually, I guess I did kind of need to fire everything there.
Target destroyed.
Alright, let's smash up this base that's maybe unrelated. Potentially unrelated.
Receiving you.
Alright, we can definitely take this thing down.
Engaging target.
It was super good use of our armaments.
Commander?
Target building destroyed.
Are any of these other buildings targetable? It looks like maybe not. Oh yeah, okay, there's one more. I thought I had seen one more.
Confirmed.
Oh, she missed one. Well,
I'm here.
she did wreck that other incidental building.
Holding and cooling. Roger. Venting heat and stabilizing.
I want this thing to actually die.
Engaging target. Target building destroyed.
Okay, I think we've cleared all the destructibles off of this this little base over here.
Confirmed.
Just get up here and make sure that I have total vision of it. Yep, all the turrets and all of the actual buildings are destroyed. So, Decker, this is your time to, oh, brace.
Good to go.
This is your time to finish the thing.
Firing on target.
Okay, and we'll see if that's worth a little extra money, or if perhaps we just threw away a bunch of ammo and time for nothing. Area's been cleared. Darius has given me the green light to land immediately.
Mission.
I don't even need to hear how successful we were. I know how successful we were. I'm really hoping that clearing this mission will cause something a little bit better to appear on the planet. Yep, hidden objective, destroy base turrets. So we probably didn't need to destroy those little buildings, but probably destroying those 2 turrets gave us some extra cash. So actually, that did not turn out to be a bad payout. We took some real mech damage, but no real pilot injuries, thanks to our improved cockpits. And we could be working on a Centurion to sell. Start building yet another Shadowhawk to sell. Looks like none of these weapons are particularly special. That gyro's kind of cool, but probably not worth taking as our sole piece of selected salvage. So yeah, I'm just going to grab a piece of a Centurion. Shadowhawks are a little heavier. They probably sell better. Yeah, but we're also a third of the way through a Centurion already. Got an AC-5, a small laser. Okay. We did get a piece of Cicada and a piece of Vindicator, so that's pretty good. Working towards some decent sales there. And now we gotta fix our stupid dragon. Is it possible that the dragon isn't even heavy enough for the role that I wanted in? Like, maybe we were really pushing it with the Jenner. I need something like the 90-ton range, but it still has to be very fast, right? Oh, Lady Centrella is ready to meet us on Weldry. Man, I gotta fly all the way back to Weldry. Don't you people know I have things to do? Well, okay. Let's, first of all, get the repairs for the dragon into the bay here. I gotta put some new weapons on this. And I think I'm fine with the weapon types we had. We just, replacements. Yeah, it's a definite loss.
Right.
It's going to be the case that we don't get to get out of things completely scot-free very often. All right, let's pop by the store real quick. Oh, hold on. Let's pop by the mech warriors real quick and level them up, should that be appropriate. So I definitely want to take breaching shot on him, which means we're waiting a little while longer.
Yes, Commander.
I don't know what I want to do with you. +1 max evasion's not bad. He's closing in on people a lot. Yeah, okay. Let's give him an extra point of evasion. An extra potential point of
Ready
evasion.
for orders.
Medusa. think let's hold out for like the really high levels of piloting on
Standing
Medusa.
by.
And Reckless, you're definitely headed for breaching shot.
Training confirmed, Commander.
We need to get back to having some people who have breaching shot. Okay, so with that, let's take a quick look at the store, and then a quick look at this contract, and then we'll call it for today. So, I don't see... Honestly, like, small lasers hit most of the time. And even though this is a very small amount of money, I also think that it's kind of a waste. No, you know, it's such a small amount of money. Let's go ahead and make...
Available.
Let's make that the small laser that we install in the Dragon. I do wish there was a simple, like, edit order button for things like this. Alright, so it's a medium laser and a slightly fancy small laser. So it seems like one difficulty class is about 5%.
On it.
5% extra accuracy. I mean, who knows? Maybe at some point we will just barely fail to finish something off, and the small laser will be the couple points of damage we need. That is certainly a thing that happens to us. Alright, there's not really anything else in the store to look at, so what are the details of this contract on Weldry? First of all, travel back to Weldry is basically just exactly back to where we were going. She'll cover our travel costs, and she'll give us $70,000 when we get there without us having to do anything for it. We have no more local contracts anyway, so yeah, I guess this is what we're doing next. I feel like every time I travel, I immediately get called back. Anyway, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time, and we're going to have a conversation. That sounds exciting, right? I'll follow it up with some giant robot explosions, don't worry. And we'll see you then.